All right, welcome to Tone's Crib. I don't even know what day it is. Thursday, 28th? Is it the 28th?
Yes.
Oh, cool. We just passed Alien Day. I have no idea.
That's what?
426 is Alien Day.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't. It's because the planet they find in the second movie is LV 426. So now it's how they do there's 420 Day, there's Alien Day. It's funny because people have completely forgotten that 420 was originally Hitler's birthday. They took it away from the racists, angry racists. Let's start with Prince. Prince dead. That's like the news everybody's talking about now, and it's like it's coming out now that he was heavy. Yeah, that he was the newest thing. It's coming out that he was heavily addicted to Percocet. I guess after the hip surgery that he had, which his condition wasn't helped by all the high heels and the boots and shit. Like, it's fucking terrible for your hips.
I thought he hurt himself if he fell or whatever.
No. It was just like prolonged high heels and performing and stuff like that. It does it to you. So there was the Percocet because it's really easy to get addicted to Percocet.
I thought it was because he had a reaction to the painkillers. Well, that's what they said, that they're the closet. I don't know. I was talking to my friend, and she just literally on the way.
Well, according to the Drudge Report, well, they're saying that in the Inquirer and Daily News, they're going to come out with a report. They're coming out with a report in the next paper saying that he had AIDS. He had HIV since the 90s, and that it had recently, within the last 6 months, turned into AIDS. And that whole thing with the plane going down was his body having the flu and not reacting well with the Percocet. And they're saying he opted not to take any of the medication. Because, there's medication now for HIV, but because he's Jehovah's Witness, he decided he's not going to take medication. He's going to, pray the AIDS away, which doesn't always work. I mean, if it's true at all, but you can't.
Well, he was like a vegan and all that shit too. Prince was diagnosed with AIDS 6 months before he died and refused treatment. That's Daily Mail.
Yeah. I don't know about Daily Mail, but Inquirer usually, they write a lot of shit, but they usually get it right. In the long run, it's usually right.
No.
Inquirer?
What, Inquirer?
Yes. Inquirer was...
I don't know about that.
Yeah, Inquirer was the news source before TMZ. Remember, Inquirer was the one that broke Charlie Sheen. They were the ones they get it right a lot more times than they get it wrong.
Inquirer to me is like
especially
a TMZ. It's almost like a TMZ, but the only difference is that TMZ doesn't talk about aliens and all that shit. Right. Inquirer gets you have some fucking.
That's filler. Yeah, that stuff is all filler. But when it comes to celebrity shit, Inquirer is usually right. Especially.
About cheating, divorces, drug. Yeah. Because it's gossip.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that Prince performed with Miles Davis. I was coming across the video.
He made a couple recordings.
Yeah, I didn't know that. There's going to be just a flood of Prince shit now. It's probably not going to all be good, but he said he recorded a song a day.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a flood of shit coming.
Well, then, have you ever seen the Kevin Smith? He talks about his story, his Prince story. It's very interesting.
Well, he just put out a thing now. They did a tribute on his podcast to Prince because he has that Fat Man and Batman podcast, and Prince was it's hilarious because Prince did a Batman soundtrack in which no songs were actually in the movie.
Val Kilmer.
No.
Only one song was in the movie.
Yeah, but only passing. It was in the back in the parade. That's about it. Nothing else was in the movie.
I just thought it was just so he could put out another album.
Yeah,
because
so he could get out of the contract.
Yeah. He was gonna get out of the contract. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was with Sony that whole thing.
No, Warner Brothers.
Okay, I see that. Well, it was hilarious because they couldn't use any of the songs in the movie. They put one in the background in the parade, but it was ridiculous. So they wound up releasing the soundtrack and the score. I think that's probably the first time that happened. Either way, it's just fucked up. They found him in his elevator. So, the danger with opiates and Percocet is that they can make your heart just stop.
Yeah.
Like it just stops beating.
Mm-hmm.
Or it can make your lungs stop, because your lungs use oxygen tells your lungs to work. That's why people with COPD have to put oxygen on their faces, because if people with COPD have been smoking or they've been exposed to carbon dioxide so long that oxygen no longer tells them to breathe. It's carbon dioxide that gives them the stimulus to breathe, so they have to force oxygen into the nose to try and change that.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the opiates, your body just forgets to breathe, or your heart just stops beating.
Slows down.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I mean, it's funny because they just think it's not hard to get opiates from a doctor, and they should be. That shit should be closely monitored, because it's worse than fucking coke or weed or alcohol or anything else that's
like
out there.
Percocet or Vicodin or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I've taken those things in the past, but I've never. I mean, after I was done, it wasn't like, oh, I want some more.
Yeah.
I guess for some people.
Yeah, when you have chronic pain, and it's the only thing that makes it go away. It's because it's
but
not.
But it doesn't.
It does. Yeah, it does.
No, because after a while, you take more because you need more.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's where the addiction comes in, where taking, say you take 50 milligrams and it takes your pain away. Within a week, you're gonna.
I don't think that has to do with your addiction, Tony.
No, but it because opiates are physically addicting. Your body needs them. So the little bit that worked in the beginning, the more you take it, you're gonna need more for it to work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that people overlook. They don't see it as an addiction, but the truth of it
because their body becomes conditioned to it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I'll tell you this much. I mean, I've taken I've had my tooth pulled, I've had my knee surgery and stuff like that. I've taken that stuff, and I never felt the need.
For how long?
For 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, these are people.
What I mean? 2 weeks straight.
No, there's just people that are taking.
No, but I'm saying if it's so fucking addicting as it is, after fucking steady flow, I tell you this much: I slept like nobody's business. It just knocks you out. But after I was done, I didn't feel like, damn, I could use another one. It wasn't like that, and I was in pain afterwards.
You know what it is? A lot of times, like you said, you fell asleep and you didn't feel like you didn't have to take it. But there's people that take it and they'll take it to, say, Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely he took it and then he took it to perform. And then after he performed, he had to take some more. You know what I mean? And that's where it becomes a real big problem. China, who just died. And it's funny because China, they found her body last week. I think it was Thursday. No, it wasn't Thursday. It was Tuesday. She'd been dead already for 6 days.
Nobody realized that she was gone?
Nobody realized that she had died. And she had also overdosed. They don't know on what yet, but most likely
accidental overdose of medication.
Yeah. And a lot of wrestlers, you see how these wrestlers are dropping left and right? That it's painkillers. They take a lot of shit, but it's the painkillers, because wrestlers, they have to work that 320 days a year. And the only way a lot of them can do it is by taking drugs. I remember Kurt Angle did an interview where he said there was a time when he was taking 20.
Overdose of Ambien and Valium.
That'll do it. Because the Ambien puts you to sleep, and the Valium will, stop your respiratory and stop, and you can't wake up.
She said she accidentally and unintentionally misused her legally prescribed medication over the course of 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's an epidemic, manager Anthony Anzaldo said in an email.
Yeah. Most wrestlers, that's what they die from. Drug overdoses. Kurt Angle said he took 20 pills, a handful, 20 pills at a time, just to make it through the day. You can see that happening.
That's why it gets a lot of veterans too.
Yeah, because they give them the highly addictive, instead of giving them
when I pulled, I don't know if I tore it or pulled, but I went to the VA, and they looked at it, and it was like, there's nothing wrong, but do you want
they just toss you medicine? Yeah,
and I was like,
no, for what?
I was like, no, I just want to know what's wrong with it. Because we don't know, but do you want us to prescribe you medication? I was like, no.
Yeah,
not if you don't need it.
Yeah,
I mean, it was painful, but.
Okay, so that's okay. It wasn't like you were okay. It wasn't like they were trying to prescribe you something if you wasn't in pain.
No, it was
Oh.
very painful.
All right, so he asked you if you wanted to take some.
No, but the way he said it was like he probably thought that I went in there for that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that go in like drug seeking, like.
But he didn't. He was like whatever.
And it's sad because they go in, especially in the VA. People do go in drug seeking, but it's not drug seeking because there's no alternative. It's drug seeking because they know
they're hooked on it.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything to get. You can't get rid of it. You know what I mean? There's no real solution for it, so you have to, keep on taking it. It's hard, but yeah, that sucks. But they need to find a better way. They need to legalize marijuana already. I mean, we've never heard of someone overdosing on marijuana.
There's so many uses for it.
Yeah,
medical uses for it.
Yes.
I know. I'm so addicted to that Vice show. I feel
It's good, isn't
it?
Yeah.
They talk about the
Weed
kids who
kid?
have like the
Oh,
seizures and all that
Vice
stuff. Yeah, and they go get the THC oil.
Yes.
CB oil.
Yeah. It's sad to see. Like, I mean, when a parent has a kid, like, you know what I mean? You to see your child like that.
It is hard, and then because having someone close that's autistic, it sucks because the THC works well with them because their minds work faster than our minds do, so they can't really process all the information that's going through. And the THC oil, what it does is it'll slow down that whole process and help them get a hold of it, so they may be able to talk on it. Then they wouldn't have been able to talk, not taking it. But there's no real. I mean, the medications they give them, they have to get like blood tests to make sure that liver function doesn't go bad. I mean, it's basically they're giving you medication to kind of stay alive, but knowing that medication is going to mess you up in the long run because the medication they give you is toxic. It really is toxic. Because we have a brother that's autistic and he gets all these medications and he has to have his blood tested. He has to have his liver tested regularly.
He went in today to up his prescription.
Yeah, regularly
For pain medicine because.
Yeah.
Well, I have a friend that I have a girlfriend that she has lupus, and she has to take all these medications, and then every couple of weeks or so, or whatever, she has to go to the doctor to check her blood and all that shit,
Yes.
make sure that her kidneys and her liver and most of her organs are right. I know my mom, she stopped taking certain shit because it's like they give you, she says they give you one pill and it fucks you up someplace else.
Oh.
Yeah. It creates problems down the road that you really don't need. I mean, at some point you're gonna have.
Speaking of medications, there's a study that came out like 2 or 3 days ago on the like Tylenol PM, that diphenhydramine, Benadryl, that it is if you take it for more than a year or 2 years, like regularly, like to sleep and everything, most studies say that there's a 30%, 60%. They say that it will lead to dementia.
Oh yeah, but all that kind of stuff kind of eats away at you. I mean, it's not natural. It's not good.
Why dementia?
I didn't read the whole study, but you can look it up. It's Benadryl and dementia.
Oh, I remember. You told me about that lashes.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, you would think, and it's funny because the federal government is just keeping marijuana off all types of studies. Like hospitals can't even study.
That's the best sleep medication.
I mean,
what,
doctors,
Benadryl?
No, marijuana.
Oh.
Yeah, doctors are specifically kept from studying it because the federal government will not allow. And all studies have to be approved federally. And the government will not allow it, and it's ridiculous.
Because they have it as a classified class 1.
Yeah, the same as a narcotic, which is the same thing with steroids. They have steroids classified as a stage, a class 1 narcotic, and it's not even addictive or anything. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. And these are drugs that you can use medically.
Class 1 is drugs that have no medicinal value.
Yeah, but just ridiculous because it has an entire.
Weed has a whole bunch of medicinal.
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. I understand. Moving on to Donald Trump, our next president.
Our next president.
The next the exalted leader. Because
That's the guy who's going to lead us into Armageddon.
What they've said, look,
After shit's gonna collapse, everything's gonna fall.
Last week, Gawker had an article where we were talking about. It says it is now mathematically impossible for anyone to beat Trump. For the
Trump said
Republican. No, Gawker talked about they had working.
Those are his
It's
words?
basically no. It's basically working out all of the delegates that you get. He has more than enough, and no one from this point on, no one can get enough to actually. It doesn't make sense that Ted Cruz is hanging on. It doesn't make sense that John Kasich guy is hanging on because they can't possibly get enough. They're hoping for some sort of thing at the Republican convention where, that's what they're hoping for. They're hoping for
Jesus is going to come down
and assassinate Trump. That's what they're hoping for, like some weird fucking assassination plot or some loophole in the rules that allows them to take over. And it's ridiculous because it's not. It's not realistic. They should have all dropped out. I mean, I see Bernie's in it, but Bernie has a chance of actually winning. You know what I mean? Bernie, he could still, get some votes in there. He would have to win every fucking, election coming up, but he has a chance.
Bernie.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But it's ridiculous. Trump. I mean, everybody else. They need to just.
Yeah, that whole voting shit on Tuesday was a fucking debacle. I went to 2 locations and none of them had my name to vote.
This should have happened a lot. That happened in a lot of places.
And then when I looked my information up, I was there, but it says I didn't belong to a party. Now that's some bullshit because I know I voted.
Yeah.
So I had to do some type of stupid affidavit vote. So I was like, okay, clearly my shit got tossed in the
And
trash.
apparently, when you do the affidavit vote, because those votes are not counted until later on. So if they've already declared
They
the winner,
really don't
exactly.
matter. And
So
exactly. So that piece of paper is
Yeah.
just, wasting my
like
time.
the people who do absentee ballots, if they've already declared a winner at 7 p.m. the same day, what does it matter who voted for who in absentee ballots and the military ballots? It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at like all these news reports where shit happens at a Trump rally, like the way like the police are policing the Trump rallies, it's a given. Everybody's already acting like Trump won.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about one Republican. People are acting like Trump is the president, basically. I mean, people are being arrested for saying stuff on Facebook about Trump, literally.
Who's arresting these people?
The police.
For saying what?
State police. Like some kid
State
said,
police?
yeah.
Where was this?
There was a kid, he's 16 years old, that he wrote on the thing something about if Trump wins, he wants to kill Trump. They arrested that kid. And some other shit, some kids, like threats against Trump. People are being arrested for saying shit on Facebook, stupid shit, but they're being arrested for it. So it's like a foregone conclusion. Look, Hillary Clinton she's not a likable person. She's pandering and I can't stand Hillary Clinton. But she can't. It's a mistake for people to think that she can't win against Trump. She doesn't have the character. She's annoying. People don't like her. People don't want to listen to her.
She's a liar.
I mean, not to mention, she's being investigated right now for fucking crimes. You know what I mean? She's in the middle of 2 investigations. I mean, and she's running for president. People are acting like people actually believe like she's hands down the winner. And it's not going to happen. She's a weak candidate, and it's sad. We're going to be stuck with Trump. We'll be stuck with Trump, and it doesn't look like they're going to because if she doesn't win, I'm pretty sure she'll come back and do the same shit again. It's my time to win now. The next after 4 years, and we'll be dealing with another Trump. It's ridiculous, but it's what we're stuck with for now. Trump. This is going to be interesting. Let's see. Have you heard about? This is just funny because in Thailand there's a violent gang of ladyboys like running around and like beating up and robbing terrorists. I mean, not terrorists, tourists.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, this is also from the Drudge Report. I just find it funny as hell.
Why?
Because
Ladyboys in
when you read the article, it talks about this older guy. He's an old guy. I think he was like 60 or 70, and he's in a certain area of town. He was like, the way he tells the story is, I was in this area of town walking through, and these ladyboys just jumped me. But the thing is, you're in the Ladyboy district. There's a little bit more to that story than Ladyboys just jumped you.
Let me see, robbing.
Yeah, you didn't get jumped out of nowhere.
It says violent gang of ladyboys mugging tourists warned Thai police after German man was attacked in girly resort town.
I think there's a little bit missing to that story. Like, why was you in that area? What were you looking for?
What does it matter if he was in there or whatever? He just got assaulted.
Well,
but I'm saying he just walked in and just got assaulted and nothing else happened. That's all there is to the story. Because according to him, he was just walking around and he got assaulted.
no, you know you're in.
He was doing some shit. He got caught up in something. Because I'm pretty sure a band of ladyboys not gonna just jump you.
Since the German tourist was the latest visitor to feel the wrath of the sex workers when he was clubbed around the head with a rock and
Did he wake up with?
And had his money and valuables stolen in the party town of Pattaya, south of Bangkok.
Yeah.
Let's see. Moeller told police he had been attacked when he refused the advances of a group of transgender sex workers, adding, "When I refused, they hit me with the..." Okay, so he probably was like, nah, and then they were like, "Get out of here. You're not even supposed to be here."
He probably standing around staring, watching people, trying to get free peeps. Don't work like that. You gotta pay, buddy.
I mean, if he was just, put it this way, if he went specifically to go look, and if somebody's, I don't know, if somebody's like hollering at you, you ignore them, they get upset, and then they want to throw something at you.
Yeah.
That's not nice. That's happened to me, not with lady workers, but
They do stuff at you?
Yeah, on 181st Street in the train station. Me and Michelle were on the train. We were actually on the escalator. We were going to the train. We were coming in, and these two guys were like, "Hey, hey, sweetie," and then we were just like ignoring them. Next thing you know, fucking the bottles came out of nowhere. We were like, "Oh shit!" we had to run down the stairs. They threw bottles at us.
It's a different situation.
How is that? Guys were heckling us, whatever. We ignored them. They got mad and threw shit at us.
I think it's a little different. It's
how
more,
is it other than location wise?
Like,
how is it different?
But these were sex workers. It's more like he was hanging. I mean, when you're hanging around the sex workers district and I'm looking at him like he was probably Googling or Googling.
This is how.
Well, you know what's so funny? Because when I tell the story, you shouldn't have been there anyway.
This is how it works in those.
I don't know. To me, it's same difference.
In the red light districts, though.
Oh, you've been to Thailand, right?
No, I've been to Korea, but it's pretty much the same. Like the girls stand outside.
Yeah.
They call them drinky girls because you buy them a drink, they'll sit with you for a while.
Oh, that's like Mexico.
And then like they negotiate whatever, like to go in the bathroom or something. So what it sounds like was that he went in and he got a drink or something. He didn't
want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a different because when you like when people go to strip clubs, you see there's a lot of people that go and they'll be grabby, or they'll just watch, but they don't get any dances or anything like that. And depending on the strip club you're in, if it's not a high scale one, people get a little violent. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck you doing here? Why are you touching me? Why are you grabbing me? It happens. It happens a lot. And they don't appreciate that. They work for money.
See, look, there's another guy. He got a gang of four were arrested. I don't know if I can say that shit. From Leeds, and see, plunged from the nightclub's fourth floor window. It is alleged a 28-year-old had been in an argument with the ladyboys over payment only minutes earlier. See, all right, I could see if you were like in the midst of conversation or whatever, and you were trying to cheat somebody. But if you're fucking walking down a fucking street, so what? It's a fucking district, and if people are heckling you, and you're all right, fine, you don't take it. You just keep on, you know what I mean, walking. Why the fuck should you get hit on the head? That's some bullshit.
Well, I think the son is more on the side of the German guy.
Mm-hmm.
in the spin of the story.
I'm just saying, from just me being in that position.
Yeah, I don't think you wander into a red light district.
Plus, the isn't Thailand one of those the kid sex tourists also?
Yeah,
that's everywhere. They do that shit in Central America, South America,
Yeah.
Asia, all over the
Thailand.
place. India,
Yeah.
even Africa.
Africa has a whole fucking different. That's a whole different problem. You see that thing where they have like girls that are in school and they're being pulled out of school to marry older guys, like their kids, like 12, 13, 14, and being pulled out of school, out of their schooling, to just become somebody's wife and just sit. I forgot what I saw this.
Was it not the Congo?
Yeah, it is the Congo. Yeah.
Well, because I just saw some shit like the girls, the parents give them up or whatever because of witchcraft, or they say that their daughter is possessed.
Oh yeah, I saw it. That's the that was the other place.
That's in Congo.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
know about the
interesting.
other one. Yeah, and then what is it? What did I also see on that shit? The same program that the girls, the women, because they're if you're big, you're considered like healthy. You can breed children and shit. Girls are injecting Maggie Maggie cubes. Your mom, it's like the seasoning. It's they call Maggie cubes.
Yeah.
It's like chicken bouillon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, these women are injecting this shit in their asses to make their asses bigger.
Uh-huh. Well, that's the girl they call her chicken legs because she was like thick. She had thick thighs. They call her chicken legs. The one
I don't
that
know.
was
This
dancing.
girl. This is one from I saw from State. It's the same thing on Vice Channel.
Yeah.
States of Undress. Yeah, the girl, was injecting that shit in her ass.
Chicken bouillon.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. Yeah, different stuff. But people will inject shit into it. I mean,
It's funny because they're not injecting it like in under their skin or anything like that. They're injecting it into their actual fucking anus. I'm like, what the fuck how is that supposed to fucking make your ass big? That makes no sense. But hey, I don't know.
I know I don't know, it's weird. For a while, there was a whole thing where people were putting like soap tampons in their buttholes to get high. You remember that, right?
No.
It was a
this?
few years ago. There was a whole thing where people would take, like, say, vodka. They dip the tampon in the vodka and then they stick it in the.
No,
butthole,
I saw
and then they could get you, like,
on
really
a Thousand
high.
Ways. No, I saw in 1,000 Ways to Die. This guy, he was an alcoholic. I forgot he had some fucking type of shit that he wasn't able to ingest it. I guess because his stomach or whatever.
Right.
So what he did was he fucking squirted straight up vodka, and I think it was vodka, up his ass. Yo, that is instantaneously. He fucking died.
Well, I don't know about
bueno.
instantaneously.
He died. No. What are you talking about? It goes
Did he
right
put
into
the
your
whole
bloodstream.
Yeah.
He put the whole bottle in his ass.
He
Well,
put
maybe
like
if you put the whole bottle, but
Dude,
people.
no, he did like a crazy
Yeah, it's a lot.
he did a lot, but it's instant. Anything you could, and the guy, how they have like the the doctor, whatever they're talking
It
about it.
doesn't go through your liver. It just goes.
Go straight into your.
Yeah,
It doesn't bypass his liver because it goes straight into you. So that's like so that nigga.
Yeah. And that's not that. For a while, there were people
Where's this guy from?
from dead.
He's dead now.
No,
Soak
there was
tampons in your ass.
there was a thing where people would soak tampons in alcohol and stuff, and they would put it in their anus, and then they would get high off of it. But I guess because the tampon is not a large amount, it's a little safer. But I'm pretty sure you can still get like blood poisoning or some kind of alcohol poisoning from that shit.
See, young women are inserting vodka soaked tampons as a punitive way of getting drunk.
Yeah. And there's also the vaporizer, like you use the vaporizer to get drunk.
Yo, you speaking of, last Friday I went to see those Polynesian dancers, and there's a vape. I didn't know there was a little vape lounge in that neighborhood, and
Okay.
I was like, oh shit, I was gonna have to go check it out.
They're opening like shops all over the place now, like vape shops and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, all over the place. But
I'm
the thing is,
curious. I've never.
yeah. Vapes, it's going to replace like regular, like just buying weed regular. Most people are going to be buying the vape weed.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's
oil.
yeah.
Yeah, they put
I mean,
the
people
oil
walk
in
around
the
with those little
Yeah,
hookah
yeah,
pens
they-
and stuff.
they-
I've tried them.
because you know, you don't get stopped like
Yeah, you don't
with
get stopped,
weed, and you
yeah.
can't really smell it. The same thing with the cans.
I mean,
and
you
stuff, like,
smell it. I mean, when you
It doesn't linger.
correct.
Yeah.
The minute you you inhale it and you puff and you throw out, you exhale, you smell it and then it dissipates. It doesn't
Okay.
stay around.
Yeah, the oil
As opposed
itself
to, like-
smells
Yeah.
like really.
Wow.
And then the high is just, you feel it.
When I was in college, I had the abnormal psychology class, and there was a guy who was an alcoholic, and he came in to speak about it. and he said he got to the point where he was drinking so much that it wouldn't get him drunk fast enough, so he would inject it like in between his toes. With he would use like a diabetic needle to inject it into his toes, and he would get drunk like that. And he wound up like fucking his blood up. He had to go on dialysis and everything because of that. It was crazy.
Well, yeah, because you're putting it directly into your bloodstream.
Yeah, because
your liver's not filtering it. Yeah.
And then once it gets all around your body and goes back to your liver doesn't know what the fuck to do. It's like your liver's like, this should be clean. What the fuck is going on? This dirty shit just swishing around your body. It's crazy. And then when it comes, like, people figure alcohol really.
Alcohol's a devil.
Yeah, alcohol in itself is yes, it's
fermented alcohol is good.
Regular. No, I'm not saying like regular alcohol. Yes, it's clean, but like when you add the sugars and everything, that is not meant to go straight into your body like that. It'll fuck you up, and it's not clean like that.
Well, I mean the distilled alcohol that's.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just fucking ridiculous. I don't understand. But that's
false.
No. This is false.
I can't believe meth is still. Meth is like, let's just take it. Have you seen the John McCain, that he was like one of the toughest candidates on meth, and they found out one of his main campaign workers was selling meth to people in the office? There's always the people that are like so against it, they wind up getting caught with shit. Like there was a.
Well, I mean, did he know about it?
Nah, probably not. There's a lot of shit he doesn't know about it. I think he's just fucking oblivious.
Not his fault.
There was that senator that he was against drugs. He was like one of the biggest proponents of like putting people in jail for like life for having drug convictions, and he was caught with his family. His family had a shipping business, and they were caught smuggling drugs. Just like and this guy, the Speaker of the House, that they just caught. No, the Boehner, the before him.
The Brian.
Isn't I guess I can't look at his computer because it's doing this, but he was just caught and convicted. He had to do 15 months for child molestation.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, 15 months.
Oh yeah, I know you talking
for like six kids. That's crazy. It's like, how do you? I forget let's see what his name is. Oh, did you see that kid? The kid that got shot having a BB gun, like a couple of years ago, Tamir Rice. His family got $6 million.
That's not. And
of course, the police couldn't just hand
over.
Is
that what they did a settlement, but they didn't plea or admit to the wrongdoing or some shit like that?
No, what happened was they gave them the settlement. They're not going to spend any time or anything for that. It was like a civil rights thing that they had to do it. And they gave them the $6 million, but of course they couldn't just give them the $6 million. Before they gave it to them, they said maybe they should spend half of that teaching people how not to get shot by police. It's like you killed their kid, and you can't just hand over the fucking money and shut the fuck up. You gotta tell them what they could do with the money to make things. How about you not shoot kids? You know what I mean?
I thought that person didn't got the money, and also that, but the whole thing was that they don't take any wrongdoing, like, you know what I mean? They don't.
No.
Yeah, that they don't agree or admit to any wrongdoing.
No, they won't, and they never will.
No, that's what I'm saying.
No, that wasn't part of the deal. They had to give them money regardless, but they weren't. No. They didn't have to go to jail or anything. They weren't found with anything wrong with what they did. I mean, they rolled up and 2 seconds later the kid was dead. Mm-hmm. Somebody fucked up. You know what I mean? And it's a little kid. And then after that, they slammed the sister on the floor after she came running. You know what I mean? The little girl slammed her on the floor and everything. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount of force. There's a video going around now with the new law that they have where they don't want trans people to go into which bathroom they want to and shit. There's already a video of it's a girl. She's a lesbian, but she's like she's dressed like a guy, and she's waiting to go to the bathroom. She's obviously a girl. You can tell she's a girl, and the cops are standing there telling her you can't go into that bathroom, which is ridiculous because it's a woman's bathroom. It's the bathroom she's supposed to go to. And they're telling her, no, you can't go to the bathroom. You got to get out of here. And they actually grab her and physically throw her out of waiting for the bathroom.
Where's this?
I think it's Alabama. So ridiculous. Let me see if I can.
That's the right
Yeah.
state.
It's a. Well, this is going on in a lot of states now. It's Alabama, it's South Carolina, it's Virginia. I mean, this is just what people are gonna do. The other cop, the one that shot the guy in the staircase, he got no time too.
Well, he got convicted, and then after the conviction,
They give him. That's what they do, because they think that being convicted is not gonna,
well, he was convicted by a jury, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, well, let's forget about that.
Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, you didn't hear about that? Yeah, he got convicted. They found him guilty, and then when it came time to actually give him a sentence, they told him, "No, you don't have to. He doesn't have to have any sentence." No, they put everything on the side. He'll have house arrest for 5 months, and he'll be on probation for 5 years.
Who's this?
The
Something Leanne.
Leanne, yeah,
Leanne.
Officer Leanne.
Oh, that Asian dude?
The one in Brooklyn that shot the guy in the.
Mm-hmm.
That was a ridiculous case. Like, he shot the guy. I mean, I understand you're nervous or whatever, but fucking whip out a gun and shoot somebody, and then you fucked up. Instead of helping the guy, you're gonna call your union thing. Oh, I just killed somebody. What should I do? And but to have the union.
Oh, we had a conversation about all this shit.
It just makes no sense. I don't
agree with any of that stuff.
I don't understand that shit. Like, they back him up no matter what. It's like, at one point do you say, "Yeah, you fucked up." You know what I mean?
He fucked up, yeah.
Yeah, but he got away with it. It's like it's perfectly fine. It's okay.
Why, they kicked him off? They're keeping him on the force?
No, he can't, because he got convicted. Even though he's not doing time, he can no longer be on the police force.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, he don't really, not for nothing. If you're too scared, if you're too.
He was convicted of manslaughter,
Yeah.
but after his conviction, the judge was like, "No, you're gonna lower it down to criminal negligence."
In other words, he got something that he doesn't have to serve any actual physical jail time.
Yeah,
But he got
and
kicked
it's
off
funny
the force,
because
right?
Well,
He can't serve, can he?
well, I mean, the thing is that he was convicted of,
he was found
and
guilty.
then after the
And
fact,
what's hilarious is that the police department worked harder, and this makes no sense. They worked harder to try to put. Remember the cannibal cop? They worked harder to try and put him in jail than they did to.
He didn't even eat anybody.
They worked harder to put him in jail than they did to put a guy who was actually.
The thing was, he was planning. He was like, my understanding, because I saw a little bit of the stupid documentary. He was going to, whatever.
No, but the thing was, he really wasn't. He was writing about it. He was writing like.
He told you. He said it for himself.
He says another thing. Yeah, he says he was writing online fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's a long way to go from. I really like to see what it feels like to kill somebody, and then actually killing somebody. You know what I mean? There's a jump there.
Yeah, but the Asian, I don't know. I wouldn't compare those two.
Yeah, everybody wants to wring somebody's neck, but to say. To actually go and do
to go wring somebody's neck is one thing, but to kill somebody is another thing.
But he never did it.
Yeah, but you can't compare him to the other one. The other one shot somebody.
Yeah,
he actually killed somebody.
But they actually tried.
They tried to put him.
Had that guy in jail. Like, they're still trying.
The cannibal cop.
Yeah, they're still. And the thing is, he never did anything really, other than writing.
Is he still working on the police force?
Other than writing, no, they kicked him off and everything.
There you go. Okay.
No, but the thing is, they shouldn't have.
They should keep him on the force.
Yeah.
The cannibal cop.
Yeah,
The,
because he's not actually a cannibal cop.
well, he's not a cannibal. He didn't eat them, so he's not
Yeah, so
officially a
he's
cannibal.
not, exactly. So it's like he didn't actually do anything.
I wouldn't put those two in the same category.
You know, the killer's much worse because he actually killed somebody. Like there's somebody not on this
Like
earth.
put it like this way: everybody's like, if you've been in the bank and you probably thought to yourself, I could probably rob this bank. And then like, if you're just talking to yourself and somebody hears it, the equivalent is that they're going to try to put you in prison for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, people tend to do that shit here, no?
Yeah, but the thing is, like.
Yeah, but I wouldn't compare his story to the other cop story.
No, I'm not comparing it. I'm just saying that the police actually worked hard to put the cannibal guy in jail, but it did nothing. But this guy,
they
actually killed someone, and they're
yeah, because it was a
worked to keep
situation.
him out.
Who did he kill? He killed the black teenager.
But no, that guy was a grown man. He was like a grown dude.
He was
walking
big.
up
He
the
was
stairs.
like, he was 19, 18, 19, 17.
Yeah, walking up and down the stairs.
Yeah, I don't think he should be. I don't think he should be working, but I don't think he should do any jail time. Yeah.
Who,
Yeah.
the cop?
The cop?
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Yeah.
Because it was an accident.
No, well, it
Look,
was,
I
it was
wasn't
an
there, but I'm
accident.
just saying. Look, I'm
if-
just going
if
by
it
off
was
my
an
opinion.
accident,
So
If I
I
stepped,
wouldn't compare the two.
if I stepped on your dog's paw and
That's an
flatten
accident.
it, it's
Yeah.
an accident. But if I go, oh, fuck it, and then just walk off, that's,
See,
and
This is not a dog. I just honestly
I
because
might
I remember we had this conversation
Yeah.
before, but no, I don't.
see. I might
don't see anything wrong with it.
give. Yeah, okay. The guy was afraid, and he pulled his gun out and shot somebody by mistake. Maybe because there's a certain respect you have for a firearm. Like you're not supposed to pull that firearm unless there's an actual fucking danger to you. This guy was just scared.
I don't think he should have been a cop. Period.
No, he shouldn't have.
No.
There's a lot of people that shouldn't be. But
Yeah.
they are. But
Yeah.
I think his crime really comes when after he shot the guy, let him lay there bleeding while he called to find out what should I do. That right there, that should put him in jail.
Lack of poor judgment.
Yeah, with a lot of poor judges. But there's a lot of kids in jail for a long, long time with poor
Well,
judges.
Yeah, but we're not talking
it's-
about the
it's
kids.
not
It's all
that.
about the cop, right?
Underlying all that,
If it happened to you, you'd be in jail.
if it was on 28th Street in one of those, or 14th Street in one of those projects where it could have been like a young college NYU
Yeah,
student, he would have been in jail.
yeah, he would have. He would have.
But
Well, you know something? The
fact
next cop
it's-
that
it's
shoots
a
in one
teenage
of those
black kid.
teens, we'll find out.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think. Okay.
I think he should go to jail. I think there's an inherent responsibility in that job
You're a peace officer.
that
He
you
shouldn't have been
You should
in
be
that
held
job.
to a
Period.
higher standard, not a lower standard.
He shouldn't have been in that job.
No, he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have,
And
but
he
it
had
was his
nothing.
choice. You know what I mean? It's like firemen. Firemen run into fires every day. They have danger of dying every day. They don't kill people.
He's
You
a
know?
fireman.
They don't kill people by mistake. There's another one. This one is actually interesting. This is a Pennsylvania cop that was arrested for. This is weird. He was arrested. I believe it's 18 months. They believe that he has child pornography on his computer. So they came to his house. They raided his home, his computer, all his hard drives. Right. Everything is encrypted. Now, if you have 128-bit encryption on your computer or your hard drive, it's really hard for them to break it. They're not going to do that. So what they did was they made an order they told them, look, we can't get on your hard drives to investigate you. We need you to unlock your hard drives. And he just said, I'm not going to do it. He said he pleaded the Fifth Amendment, which, is your right to do. So they told him, okay, if you're not going to unlock a hard drive, we're going to put you in jail in solitary confinement until you decide to unlock your hard drives.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been in jail, no charges pressed on him, nothing for 18 months because they want him to unlock the hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him for not doing it. I really
I
don't.
don't think they had. I think that's against his right.
Yeah, and he said it. He said,
That's against his right.
yeah, what he said is, look, you going on my hard drive is akin to you going into my brain and seeing what I'm thinking about or how I'm thinking, and you don't have the right to.
Mhm.
You have a right to. And I think it's true. I think it's right. I encrypt my phone not because there's anything on my phone. It's stupid shit on my phone.
It's your phone.
But I don't think anybody has the right to go on my phone and just look at my shit.
I don't think they have the right to just throw him in there with nothing. That's not right. No.
Yeah, and he's been in there for.
It's unconstitutional.
And it's funny because there was already a Supreme Court case in this where they already voted that you can't force somebody to unencrypt their hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Remember that whole thing with the iPhone, whatever that.
Yeah, did you know that the FBI spent like more than $1 million trying to unlock their iPhone? It's not fucking hard to unlock an iPhone. You can download apps that'll do that. I don't
have an iPhone, so
I had a situation with my son where I needed to look on his iPhone. It took me.
You should have offered your services.
Word. You should have told him I can help you out for
and you know what's funny? The software that I had to unlock his iPhone, but I was too cheap to actually buy the software to unlock the iPhone. So I actually illegally downloaded the software to unlock his iPhone.
You hear this?
The statute of limitations is up. But I did illegally. It's funny because I illegally downloaded the software, but it didn't matter because you had a free trial period anyway. And I wound up using the free trial period to unlock his iPhone, and I didn't have to pay for anything. And then it unlocked all the chat messages, all the phone calls.
Well, isn't it like that shit that you can see who's DMing, or see what texts you can see your.
But what it does is it takes about 6 hours to run, depending on the encryption on the phone, like what your pass. If you have regular encryption, which is usually like a phone number, password or something.
Oh, that's a lot easier.
It takes like just 4.
If you write out a paragraph,
you can do that. Yeah, you can actually encrypt with an entire paragraph, which is how smart people do it sometimes. But it unlocked this entire thing. I read every message, everything. I knew everything that was going on. There's no reason that the FBI in San Bernardino, California, couldn't have gone online and just downloaded a piece of software.
So they were just talking shit.
They were trying to flex. They were trying to flex their
probably make I guess try to make iPhone look bad or Apple look bad.
Yeah, that's what it was. Well, they wanted a key. They wanted an easy master key that they can give. Because there was a whole thing where it wasn't police departments. It was police lockups and jails where they were found guilty of where if you went in, like say you go to visit someone, they tell you leave your phone. And they would take people's phones and put them into a cradle and they would download all your shit. And now they had a list of like everything on your phone in their computer. They were doing that. They got caught doing that and they had to stop. It's ridiculous. There's a new thing they're just about, I think it just passed in the Senate, email security, because right now anybody can watch an email and read it. They're about to change that where email has to be secure just like your regular mail because basically it's replacing mail. So if it hasn't already. And it needs to be more secure and it needs to be personal. Like police are not supposed to just be able to read your emails like that. So supposedly that's.
Company emails are technically not your emails anyway. That the company's emails.
That's only because, and it's funny because I learned this from watching that Silicon Valley. Like anything you do on a company computer belongs to the company.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucking ridiculous because there was a whole.
Well, yeah, because it's their shit.
The thing is, like, say if you write a story, if you're writing a book and you're at work on your lunch break and you want to type out a few paragraphs, those few paragraphs just became property of the company. And
that's why you're not supposed to use your work email for anything personal.
Yeah, the same thing. Like if you have to take the computer home and you work with it, don't do no personal shit on it because it becomes property of the company, and they'll take it. They'll take a lot of shit. Like there's a whole thing on.
It's so funny because when I worked at the last job, my girlfriend used to do she was like she would send all her like emails through her Gmail account. Like she was like, whatever you do, don't use Outlook. I'm like, yeah, I know better than that shit. But yeah, but still, I mean, if you're still saving a document onto that computer, it's still even if you trash it, it's still in the fucking hard drive somewhere, right?
It depends. A lot of this, like if you use like say Hotmail or you use Gmail, as long as you access your stuff online and you don't actually download the apps to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
But I still wouldn't do that shit. I still wouldn't do it.
Yeah, because people look for work on their work on the work email.
Yeah, it's funny because on YouTube they have that whole copyright thing where it'll see like if you use music or if you use video files and stuff like that on your video, those companies now lay claim to your video. Like say if I do a video of The Simpsons and I use a clip from The Simpsons that's longer than 30 seconds because you're supposed to be able to use.
If it's like news or.
No. They changed it now. The fair use thing is just like different now. You can fight it and argue it.
When did they change
it? They changed it when they split between. They had YouTube and then YouTube Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they changed the rules. So anything you put in, it'll go like because I was using one of the songs. I use a song from the Otaku Gang, the Richie Branson, to intro this when I put it out as a podcast.
Oh, well, that's different.
No. But in the song, he remixes a Nintendo game, and when I put that out, I had put out that song on the podcast, and Nintendo claimed the video. Like Nintendo now owns that video, just because it has that Nintendo song in there, being remixed by somebody else. So you can't have anything like that. So somebody found a workaround now. So what they do is, what he did was he was reviewing a Nintendo game, but in the Nintendo game he put video footage from a Sony game, and he put a song from he put a song from Spandau Ballet. And what happened was it becomes a fight between all the copyright holders who wants to own the video, and it winds up in limbo like nobody owns the video.
Mm-hmm.
And also, when you do that, they can't put ads on your stuff. So if you want to do a video that's ad-free, you do that too. Make sure you put a whole bunch of different copyright holders. And you'll actually see when they send you the notice, all these people are fighting over the copyright of the video. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Cool.
because it's automatic. It's not like a...
But if you're reviewing a movie or making a commentary on something,
Yeah.
then that's fair use.
30 seconds. You can only use 30 seconds of video. Or for music, I think it's less. But for video, you can only use 30 seconds. And then, even then, you have to really talk about the thing. Like, it has to be like an actual review. But
if you're doing like a satire or something.
But even then, you have to fight for that because it's not like an actual person that sits down and says, this is a copyright infringement. It's the system that reads the algorithm that says this song belongs to these people, and it automatically puts it on there.
It'll take it off, but you just send them.
No, it doesn't take it off. It leaves it up. It'll leave the video up. Yeah. But it'll just say that this thing was claimed by this person or this group, and then it becomes like really. It's like if
you
they
just
can put it on their
just
site.
gotta send them an email or a message saying.
Yeah, some companies allow you like when I did the gaming walkthrough stuff like that, some video game companies just let you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the other ones that are assholes like Nintendo and stuff like that. Like they want to take over it because like say you review the game, you give them a great review, they want to be able to use it on their website and like commercialize and make money off it, whatever. They do that all the time. But they're like notorious for it. But it's funny that the guy found a workaround, so now they can't use it on their stuff and they can't monetize it or anything like that. So I guess it's just interesting. Wow. After a long layover. I think that's about it. We're like almost on an hour. So I guess anything? Anybody want to talk about?
I don't know. We talked about Prince. Talked about more cops.
Prince. As far as music, he was one of the first, if not the first, musician to go online, like sell music online. Like I don't know if it's strictly digital or like physical, like LPs and stuff.
I'm kind of curious to see how long it takes for his stuff to hit commercials.
And before everybody starts, raping it.
Because they found out he didn't have a will.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
So
it's going to be split
everything
between
goes-
his sister
his sister
and half siblings or something like that.
Well, I think isn't there only one left surviving?
They just finished. I don't know. I just saw it last night. His sister
Oh,
and
that's
half
half
siblings.
Oh, okay, yeah. But the sister's gonna get like the mother's share, basically. The one that showed up.
No,
that
they all
day,
split it.
Okay.
It's 300 million.
Is it that much?
Mhm.
It's
It's
funny because
state.
they say it would have been so much more if he would have allowed to, if he would have. But it's like, how much do you need?
No,
Wait,
but,
who
no,
somebody,
but,
who
no,
said
but
that?
the,
What?
They were
Yeah.
saying it would have been a lot more money.
Like 300
if he
million
would've-
is just like
That's
nothing?
what I'm saying. It's like, how much do you need?
no, but,
It's
but,
nothing
but,
cheap, man.
probably just maybe it would have been like 400 million. But the
No, it would have been way more than that. Like to use his stuff in like movies.
oh, okay, I see.
I mean, like commercials and
Like
movies
Moby.
and stuff.
Like
Yeah, like, you know who does that guy M83? He does music. It's one guy. He does like all the music, but he'll sell it to like commercials and stuff before he releases it commercially, because that's where he really makes all his money. That guy makes a lot of money commercially. Like
Prince-
you'll see his stuff in movies and TV
Prince
shows.
was artist.
Artiste.
Yeah,
He was talented.
yeah.
And he was like, I don't sample.
Moby is a
When he
business
performs,
guy.
Moby, I like Moby. Moby's cool. He's funny. No, but
he had his
I
own
don't have
like natural
not for nothing. It's
style.
his music. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do with it. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell him what to do with it. I'm just curious to see how long it takes for that stuff to start hitting the market, because it will. Wasn't there one? I think there was commercial. There was a commercial with Raspberry Beret. I remember a commercial with Raspberry, like a car
For what
commercial.
product?
It was a car commercial.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't
that's
remember.
Warner.
Probably Warner Brothers, because you really didn't see anything else with Prince music in it.
Purple Rain was on Warner Brothers, right?
Was it?
Yeah.
It's
He left
You know?
Warner. He left Warner Brothers like around 94 or something. 94, 95.
I just remember it being a big thing with the whole.
Well, he didn't
Right,
leave. He
right.
changed his name
Yeah, he changed his name.
legally so he can get out of the contract. Because I think he was indebted to them. He had to do I think how many more? I forgot how many albums, but he had to do some shit, and then he had changed his name. And that's when he was doing the slave on his thing. Became that fucking symbol and all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. Which is a smart way to get out of something.
Well, it's bold. It's definitely a unique way. Nobody else fucking thought of that shit.
Yeah,
and then he just became the
when-
artist formerly
when-
known as Prince.
When he got out of the contract, he started selling his shit online.
But back then, the online really wasn't.
Yeah,
It was like the BBS service.
yeah.
You had to use the old. And you know who's also.
I bought one of his records online. Then I sold it. I should probably. It was a double thing.
Oh, you ordered it? You have to like order it?
Yeah, on his own website.
I don't think aside from the Batman, I don't think I ever owned a Prince record.
I have
I mean, I saw his stuff
a
on.
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
I
old.
have
Like,
the one whatever with the diamonds and pearls and shit.
Okay. I don't. Yeah, I never. I wasn't. There was very few people that actually bought albums or bought records from. People, I see album. Like when Prince died, I was like, oh shit, Prince died. My son was like, who? Like they don't know who Prince is.
Yeah.
They have no idea who Prince is. That's like a whole generation that has.
It's so funny because I was talking to some lady that went to that Polynesian thing. She said that she went and saw Purple Rain 21 times, and she has all the movie stubs for all 21 times that she saw it.
I remember, because we had went. It was like a whole big thing. Like I think my aunt's boyfriend at the time had gotten the videotape of it. He was like, "Come on, you have to come see it." And we went over there to watch it, but nobody really paid attention.
oh,
You remember?
yeah.
Like they had, because it was back then, so yeah, they had
It was Purple Rain and
little TV.
Scarface that we watched, right?
Yes. Yeah, Purple Rain. Because that was around the time when people started getting VCRs in their homes and like video became like affordable and shit. Because remember when videos first came out, they were like $80-something for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
This was ridiculous. It was crazy. Damn. Purple Rain.
I just know my grandmother was a fan of him. My mom was a fan of him.
Back
when he was not even when he was like the purple one, before he even became the purple one.
Yeah,
he was donning the fucking trench coat and the
I think his
thong
first
and the
album
heels.
came out in '79.
Well, pioneering the video stuff. You know who's really, really pushing that forward right now is Louis C.K. Like he has a show. Like he just released a show with no word of mouth, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Horace and Pete,
mm-hmm.
where Steve Buscemi and I think Alan Alda's in it. Laurie Metcalf's supposed to be really, really good. But the only way you can get it is you go online and get it.
Mm.
You know, he did that. He was the first one to do that with like stand up. When his stand up specials, he did 2 of them online, and then like Netflix came to him and they, paid to put it on their stuff. But he was like the first one to start doing that.
What's that? Speaking on Netflix, what's the Netflix show with Ricky Gervais?
Oh, it comes out.
And Eric Bana. It starts
comes out
Friday.
tomorrow. It's
I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I think Harm's Way, Out of Harm's Way, or In Harm's, something like that.
It's a comedy.
Yeah, they're it's Eric Bana and Ricky Gervais, and they're like radio hosts, and they decide to fake that they're like in another country while the war's going on, and then people are like, oh, they went missing, we can't find them, so it becomes like a whole thing. It starts tomorrow. I had thought,
Correspondence?
yeah, something foreign correspondence or something like that.
Special correspondence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I had thought that Elvis and Nixon was going to be a Netflix thing. I guess not.
It's a movie, though.
Yeah. But I thought it was going to be like a Netflix, like straight to Netflix movie.
Oh.
Yeah. That looks good. I want to see that. Yeah.
I said, what did I see? I saw on Amazon. Oh, shit. I saw on Amazon, what was it? What? Catastrophe?
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was like, who's this girl? Why?
You gotta tell him that.
Cause it's like all skinny and then like the braids in the hair.
Who's that?
Your son.
Oh, he's on there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. I know there's a meme with Prince. Have you seen it? There's like a meme going around and it says, sorry, ISIS, there's no more virgins in heaven. It has Prince with a lollipop. This is stupid, but it's funny. All right, let's sign off because we're going over now. Until next time, signing off. Yes, subscribe, all that stuff. Cheers.
Bye.
Before I sneeze.
So?
Yeah, we're done.
But what's her name? Died like last month.
Who?
Vanity 6.
A few months ago, yeah.
Vanity, whatever it means.
She he was my buddy.